Have you ever thought about how your employees are working these days? Seated in front of the monitor, making plans and sales reports on Microsoft Excel as the sales team, sharing condition of development via email with partners at the development team, and drafting documents for approval with Microsoft Word at the executive department. But just as they're about to focus on their work, familiar tune rings. They don't know if it's a colleague or a friend, so they have to check, but only to find out it's a little hello from a friend. And this goes on. Requests for sale data from colleagues working outside the office, requests for replying on the meeting agenda from a friend who is in fact a client. From time to time, the executive department shares the workshop schedule, and just as they're about to focus again on their work, they realize they sent the sale data to a friend instead of the colleague who wanted it. While they're being swamped by these endless mobile push alerts, just how many hours would your employees spend really focusing on their work? Despite the fact that it's risking their important corporate documents, many employees still use a vast array of SNS with their colleagues and partners these days, just because it's, well, easy. You turn on the PC at your desk. Windows, Mac, doesn't matter. Explorer, Chrome, Safari, it's your call. One click, you get Opentask running on your PC. And voila! Only work-related notifications are visible. All you need to do is just check and go along the timeline. Sales reports from the sales team, the shared meeting agenda from the development team, and even the workshop schedule from the executive department. Everything in our company is shared live via the Opentask SNS portal. Using Opentask allows you to get rid of unnecessary alerts, and you don't have to worry about putting the corporate secrets at stake. With the timeline, you don't need the phone calls and emails anymore. Everything falls into place, with no single task missing. Previously, communicating within the company was ineffective, far from being optimized for work. Complicated system complicates communication itself, and when communication gets difficult, the company stagnates. The way Opentask works has even changed the corporate culture. It's transformed the vertical and closed system into a horizontal, open communication platform, just like the SNS. Communication between the head and the branch office, and also with partners and clients, could all be shared live. And you can always check out what you did before. While visiting the client, the sales employee could request for data via smartphone, and the executive department will share the necessary data right away. Like this, your employees could share their opinions real time and create new ideas. That means you don't have to worry about all those problems that stem from the absence of communication. You know, price is the most decisive element when purchasing something as a company. Are you hesitant about introducing corporate solution systems because of the high OS and DB costs? Are the regular license fees too much a burden? Opentask will cut costs while making communication easy. It's based on free OS and DB, so you don't have to pay extra. Management costs are diminished, so it's more economic on the whole. Isn't it amazing? That such imagination could become reality at your company. Curious about the change communication could bring to your company? Hit www.opentask.co.kr now.